Has a really sort of level path down to the mountains. Definitely very doable. This house is really interesting because you walk in the front, it's a little height is
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final episode of Ground Zero before Ready to Rumble. I'm Forrest Walpole, commentator for Plus Wrestling here, welcoming you live from inside the Broadmoor World Arena in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And man, we got a good show for you guys here tonight. It's going to be the craziest night we have had in forever. It's going to be a crazy, crazy night filled with rematches, filled with so many different things that I can't really explain it without going too batshit crazy over them. But what a way to get things started between Cody Hagan and Bruiser Brad, starting things off in a rematch from the last episode of Ground Zero, in which Cody Hagan would lose the Internet Championship to Bruiser Brad, with Brad going on to lose the Internet Championship to Christian Tracy this past episode of this past episode of Warzone. Tonight, we're looking to make the craziest night happen before the craziest night to ever happen in Apex Wrestling history comes to us this coming weekend on YouTube. It's going to be crazy, I tell you. And without further ado, let us begin. I guess JoJo is not here right now, I guess. I don't know. But in any case, here he is, Cody Hagan, a man, in my opinion, hell-bent. Oh.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 248 pounds, the Rebel, Cody Hagan.
First of all, JoJo, where the hell were you 10, 15 seconds ago? Anyway, as I was saying, this is basically a man hell-bent on revenge. Is basically how Cody is feeling right now after losing to Bruiser Brad in what I consider a pretty close fight between those two, even though Brad would gain most of the action, maintaining control throughout a good portion of the match, a little bit more than Hagan would. Well, now Hagan has a chance to redeem himself, going up against Brad Adams. And I said it before and I'll say it again. Brad is, long story short, a man who may not be as big as he once was, but man, can this man move quicker than he did when he was near 500 pounds. He may be near 300 pounds, but this man moves almost like a, sort of like a cruiserweight or a light heavyweight. I just want to see how this match goes. So the question is, will Bruiser Brad Adams repeat what happened in their last encounter, or will Cody Hagan get some measure of revenge against Adams here tonight? They got Cody Hagan in one corner, Brad Adams in the other. The bell is rung and this match is officially underway. And Adams trying to go for something. Now comes the fun part. Now Cody should know some of Brad's moves. The question is, can he do enough to try to put this man down for the 1, 2, 3? And right now, Cody's being a bit more, showing how flexible he is right here. But Brad Adams, he is, one thing I can tell you about Adams, no matter how big or how small he is somebody you should definitely take more seriously. Because if you don't, you're not going to last long in the ring against this man. I can tell you that. And now Hagan, like I said earlier, wanting some payback against Adams on when Adams beat him for the Internet Championship on the last Ground Zero. And ever since then, Hagan has just not been able to get that out of his head, and now that is honestly what led, in my book, what's led to this rematch between the two. Although, of course, Tracy is the Internet Champion. If you watch this past episode of Warzone, earlier this past week. So now, speaking of Tracy, he will be defending the Internet Championship here tonight against Mason Foster, in what is, in my opinion, going to be a damn good match between those two. But right now, Cody Hagan doing what he has to, taking Bruiser Brad Adams down. Measuring his man up now. Takes him in the midsection. Oh, and a counter, back body drop from Adams. Adams now in the covers. And a foot on a one from Hagan. Adams, he's a man that at one point in Apex he was set to take on the Tag Team Champions of Vince, then Champions DV8, losing in that matchup. That's been the closest thing up until recently when he won the Internet title off of Cody Hagan, and he came close to getting in a championship match of any sort. And right now, Cody Hagan in a bit of trouble, with Hagan being in the same steps as Brad has, although he's yet to go for any championship outside of the Internet title. But in all honest opinion, if Cody Hagan can take it to Brad here tonight, he might put him in pretty good standing in Apex Wrestling. And Hagan, for some reason, clotheslining somebody. And oh my God, he must be seeing things. I don't know what he's seeing in his eyes, but he must be seeing something to make him go crazy on the apron. On a nice uppercut. But Brad gives him an elbow. Hard one at that, right in the face. Uh-oh. Oh, Brad, what's Brad doing here? Oh no. Oh, Brad to the midsection. Brad, oh my God! Brad hitting just an apron powerbomb from Brad to Cody. That's gonna hurt those ribs there, because the apron is the hardest part of the ring. And we're not as good in the steel steps either, as hard hitting as they are when they're being used as weapons. But when it comes to the ring itself, the apron is the hardest part. And you really don't want to be hit there, no matter which part of your body. And right now, Hagan and Adams trying to trying to tussle back and forth to see who will be stuck in the corner. Who's going to get that corner attack? And it's going to be Brad. With face first out of the top turnbuckle going Cody Hagen. Cover and a kick out of 2. Hagen having so much to ride on this one. He wants to prove his doubters that he can, in fact, beat Bruiser Brad. And right now he's doing a good fight against him. DDT, a double underhood DDT. There's the cover, but no 3 count there. As Brad got his shoulder up at 2. On ice, inverted. An inverted Dragon Sleeper, but the referee says Adam's feet were on the bottom rope. And so now, Hagen got him. Gonna try to go for the move that gave him the internet title in the first place. He got him. Hagen with the cover. Could it be enough? And Cody Hagen has beaten Brad Adams here tonight. What a match. What an opening contest with a big victory for Cody Hagen. No pun intended. Cody is going to be going crazy in the locker room, I can tell you that much, as soon as he gets done there. What a match. This was a good opening matchup, to say the least. Hagen overcoming the odds, beating Bruiser Brad one-on-one, showing that he could get the job done against the former near 500 pounder. But now we gotta switch gears a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next, Matthew Moretti goes one-on-one against Riley Wolf. This is the first time we've actually seen both men compete in a while. The last time we've seen both men compete was when Riley Wolf took on Lee Anderson and Matthew Moretti took on TK Wreck, both at Apex Wrestling Control. So tonight, it's all about who wins this matchup. Who will get that long while wait going into a matchup to win? Who will meet that mark? Will it be Moretti or will it be Wolf? It's going to be a question that's going to be really good to answer. Now, before we, no, I'll say it related, but right now, let's get it going. Moretti, Wolf, one-on-one, let's get it going. And here he comes.
Making his way to the ring from Rome, Italy, weighing in at 204 pounds, Matthew the Maverick Moretti.
Well, here comes Matthew Moretti, a man who we haven't seen, like I said, in some time now. And, well, ever since Control, like I said. It's been about a month and a half since we last seen him. And here he is tonight, ready to fight Riley Wolf. And the funny part is, these two actually have a history with each other. The last time these two met in the ring, one-on-one, Matthew Moretti would go on to win their match after Riley Wolf called him out after winning his first match of the night. He would go on to call out Matthew Moretti, and then Moretti would go on to beat him one-on-one. The last time they would meet was in a tag team matchup between himself and Lee Anderson against Riley Wolf and Danny the Bodyguard. Ever since then, we haven't seen these two compete after Control. But here they are now, both ready to fight here tonight. Here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And here he comes. Here comes Riley Wolf.
And his opponent from Dudleyville, weighing in at 219 pounds, Riley Wolf.
Well, Riley Wolf, he's practically the most hated man in Apex Wrestling right now, as far as the fans are concerned, considering how it was revealed that he was the man who hacked Lee Anderson's account, to the point to where Anderson would do whatever it took to compete against Wolf one-on-one, with Wolf coming out not able to secure the victory over Anderson. But damn it was a damn good fight between the two. But tonight, it's all about Moretti and Wolf, as these two are looking to get their first victory after being gone for so long. And a nice clean break, surprisingly, coming from Riley Wolf. But again, he's got Moretti up against the ropes. On another clean break. Moretti, former Apex World Champion. Same with Riley Wolf, even though Wolf would be the shortest reign in Apex Wrestling history, losing it not too long, being stripped of the belt not too long ago, not too long after he won it. And Moretti, he would be one of those 1 month reigners, basically winning the belt, but only to lose it at most a month later after winning it. So right now Moretti's showing what he can do with his hands. He's going to try to tape it to Riley Wolf like he did before. And oh my God, a nice elbow and reverse clothesline there from Riley Wolf. As Wolf now gets elbowed right in the face, and Moretti gets back in control. I don't even know what Moretti was trying to do there. Oh, and he gets thrown over the top rope by Riley Wolf, as the Wolf countered him. I could say what I usually say about being over the top rope, but I think that river kind of ran dry by now. But right now, Riley Wolf, oh wait a minute, going right in the arm of Moretti. And now Wolf, what's he going for? Oh my God. Oh my goodness, what a move there. What a move that was. The first time, I honestly would say that's the first time I've ever seen that move. And Moretti now dog first over the top rope. Riley Wolf's on the top rope, on the top turnbuckle, waiting for Moretti to get up, and Moretti just barely at the last second caught the elbow drop from happening on his head. Look for a super kick there, but Riley Wolf with the cattle mutilation. Moretti is in trouble here. On an elbow right to the face, getting Riley Wolf off of him. And Wolf still in control of the match thus far. But Riley Wolf gets countered there. Nice little counter from Matthew Moretti. As Moretti's still having a bit of trouble with Riley Wolf though. Oh, an arm bar over the top rope. Oh man. Riley Wolf being systematic on Moretti this time. Went for a belly to belly. Moretti caught him and gave him a gladiator kick, but Riley Wolf lays it down with a shoulder tackle. These two trying to one up the other as Riley Wolf goes after the knee, the leg of Matthew Moretti. Call for the cover on the hooking the very leg that he used that move on and when it comes to his leg. But Moretti picked out and now Moretti is in an armbar. And Moretti trying to get out of it, and he does. Now Moretti trying to fight. Riley will stop and he got him! With a gladiator slam, cover. And Matthew Moretti returning with a victory once again over Riley Wolf. That's the thing about Matthew Moretti. You've got to be ready to deal with his gladiator slam. The second he tries to go for it, you've got to be prepared for it. Otherwise that'll happen. And then he'll get a 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Matthew the Maverick Moretti.
Matthew Moretti making a return, defeating Riley Wolf one-on-one, continuing to make his mentor Lee Anderson proud. And that's going to be a wonder to see what these two will do now. If they'll even, the bigger question is if either of them are going to be in the Royal Rumble match. That is a good question. But that's for this coming weekend. This is tonight. Coming up next, it's going to be Reckless Intense Cassidy Blake going one-on-one against the Charm City Queens, Amber Young. Anderson has allowed these two women to have their tag team partners at ringside in this one-on-one matchup to support their respective partners, which is something that's a very ironic move considering how it was Anderson himself who made the rule that no tag team partners can be at ringside for their partner's match. But I guess Anderson wanted to have. I guess Anderson just had this idea and just thought, fuck it, just do it every once in a while, because why the hell not? But now we got it, Blake versus Young one-on-one. This, I can guarantee, is going to be a good one. Now it's been a little bit of a... So now here's the fun part, okay? Here's the fun part between these two. These two women will be in their respective teams doing battle at Ready to Rumble for the Apex Women's Tag Team Championship, which is currently being held by the Charm City Queens in arguably one of if not the longest reign in Apex Wrestling history, with it being a bit of a mixed bag between their reign and Tamora's reign as world champion, not heavyweight. It's just world champion, not world heavyweight champion. But either way, let's get the party started. Reckless is Blake, Charm City Queens Young. Let's get it going. One-on-one. Let's do this.
Making her way to the ring, accompanied by the Phantom, Alexia Hagan. And representing the family from Scottsdale, Arizona, Cassidy Blake.
Oh, Alexia Hagan's had to be celebrating with her brother a little bit backstage before having to come out here to support her tag team partner, Cassidy Blake, in this one-on-one matchup. And this is going to be in my book, this is going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen, because these two women now we got the challengers. Here come the tag
and
team
her opponent,
champions,
accompanied by Rachel Jackson, and representing the Queens from Washington, D.C., one half of the All-Star Women's Tag Team, Amber Young.
Here comes Amber Young, the second competitor in this matchup, again with Rachel Jackson in her corner. This past, after Warzone ended, Amber Young, sort of in her own special way, and I'm going to say this in quotations here, congratulated Reckless Intent on beating the Undisputed Elite in their number one contenders match on Warzone, but still saying, as champions would always do, that come ready to rumble, you won't be walking out the Apex Women's Tag Team Champions. And right now, Amber Young and Rachel Jackson, probably the most dominant, one of, if not the most dominant tag teams in Apex Wrestling history of any kind. Whether it was as Apex Wrestling or United Pro Wrestling before it became Apex Wrestling. Either way, this team can, let's just be honest here, Charm City Queens are just a well-oiled machine, but so are Cassidy Blake and Alexia Hagan. This is going to be the battle of the teams, probably the most dominant teams in Apex Wrestling today. And we're going to see who will be the most dominant this weekend at Ready to Rumble. And right now, Cassidy Blake just taking it to Amber Young, and Amber with a kick out, just a quick on it one. But Cassidy Blake not letting up on her, not giving her a chance to breathe, and that is a smart strategy for Cassidy Blake. She is going to try to take Amber Young off her game, and that's exactly what you gotta do. Otherwise, Amber Young could take you off your game and probably make you wait before there's an actual opening that she may have not noticed would be happening. And Rachel Jackson distracting Cassidy Blake. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Oh! Jeez. Face first on the knee. And now Amber Young looking to gain control after Cassidy Blake got distracted by Rachel Jackson, who decides to bring in a table for some reason. And now Cassidy Blake in a bit of trouble there, but managed to get out of it. Oh, and there's a nice German suplex. And there's the cover, and a quick on the one by Young. And don't forget Amber Young, she's got 2 matches coming at Ready to Rumble. She's got to defend the Apex Women's Tag Team Championship against Reckless Intent, but also she will be challenging Michelle Ross for the Apex Women's Championship in a match that could possibly see our first ever double champion in Apex Wrestling. And I can tell you, Amber Young, she's going to be ecstatic. She's going to be ecstatic about this weekend. The fact that not only is she going to show how much of a dominant tag team partner how much of a dominant tag team she is with with Rachel Jackson. Quick attitude by Cassidy Blake, but also how much of a dominant woman she has become, working on her way in singles competition. It's actually been the first time she's ever actually competed in a tag. Well, actually, never mind. What the fuck am I saying? She was actually, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. But in any case, Amber Young catching Cassidy Blake with a leg. And now Blake hanging over the top rope as it's pitted down with a shoulder tackle from Amber Young to the arena floor. Alexia Hazen picking her partner up as Amber Young takes her back in. And now Young measuring Cassidy Blake going to do something here. What's the goal for? And there's the cutter. Oh, and a submission hold, but a rope break. The referee called a rope break. And now Amber Young looking to put Cassidy Blake away. Knee right to the face. Covered by Young. Will it be enough? And it is. Amber Young emerging victorious after that devastating knee to the face. What a nice matchup these two women had against each other here tonight. It was a great one-on-one matchup. Not only to see what Cassidy Blake could do in singles action, but also to see how Amber Young would do following the match that Rochelle Ross had on Warzone. But this is just adding insult to injury. The fact that Rochelle Ross lost at Warzone, but Amber Young winning here tonight, many people are going to be thinking that Amber Young is indeed going to be the next Apex Women's Champion.
Here is your winner, Amber Young.
And Amber Young, she may have went through a good fight with Cassidy Blake, but you can tell in her eyes, she's not done yet. She's not gonna be done until this weekend when she does 2 matches in one night. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the number 1 contenders match. It's time for the number 1 contenders match between the Horsemen and the Family. These two teams won their respective matches this past episode of Warzone, and now tonight they face each other to see who will be facing the Charm City Kings at Ready to Rumble for the Apex Tag Team Championship. This is actually going to be an interesting situation here, because the Horsemen are looking to get some payback against the Charm City Kings after losing to them in their debut match, in a tag team match no less, in a match that they had just not been able to live down, in a match where the Charm City Kings finally defeated the Horsemen after so many matches of them facing off with the Horsemen coming out on top. And then you have the Family, a team that had made their debut, their return, I should say, this past episode of Warzone after months of not being seen on Apex Wrestling for one reason or another. But here they are, and they're here now, and they're here to give a fight to the Horsemen as they look to become the number 1 contenders for the tag team titles in their first ever, in what would be, if they win, their first ever Championship match. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 519 pounds, Arn Austin and Brandon K, the Alliance.
Well, the Horsemen ready to do battle here tonight in this tag team match. They earned this opportunity after defeating excuse me. They earned this opportunity after taking it right straight. Excuse me, goddamn, I'm having a coughing problem here right now. Jesus Christ. So in any case, they earned this opportunity after taking it to Chris Blackman and Brandon Cuevas, one-on-one, or tag team match. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Either way, here come the family.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 720 pounds, Hunter Brown and Trevor Brown, the family.
The family earned this opportunity, taking out WMD on Warzone as well. So you get a pretty good idea on how dominant these two teams are. But right now, like I said, the Horsemen want payback. The family wants their first opportunity at the Apex Tag Team Championship at Ready to Rumble. The question is, which team has the burning passion? Who has the biggest fire in their heart to work their hardest to walk out of this matchup victorious? That is the big question. And tonight, here momentarily, we will get that very answer. It'll be Arn Austin for the Horsemen taking on. Oh, look at this. What are these two? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Brandon K and Arn Austin having a little argument over who's going to go first. They both want to. It said they both want to compete against the family to start things off. But Arn Austin, I'm guessing, probably gave reason to Brandon K enough for him to go into his corner, but hopefully that doesn't cause even a tiny bit of dissension between these two men, because they gotta stay focused here. And now Arn Austin, like I said, Arn Austin gonna start things off for his team. And we got Hunter of the family started for his team. And just look at the family. Just look at the size of the family. They are pretty big. They are very destructive. And they are, if you ever dare push them to the limit, very fucking brutal. And right now it's Brandon K tagging in, going after Hunter. And he gets over the clothesline there. And there's a nice late sweep counter from Hunter. In my opinion, when it comes to the family, it was that man who just gets tagged in, Trevor, who pretty much, in my opinion, led the family into this matchup here, as he is just starting, as Trevor is just starting He's going to work on Brandon K, who just counted him and gave him a nice slam down hard to the mat. You just got it. That's gotta hurt there. And K now tagging in on Austin. Uppercut to the back of the head. Into a nice swinging neck breaker. And now Arn Austin in control of the matchup against Trevor. He hits him back with a nice arm drag. And now Arn Austin right now getting his ass kicked by Trevor. The man who, in my opinion, if the family are successful here tonight, could also be the reason why the family are the Apex Tag Team Champions. But right now, Austin and Trevor are taking it to each other right now. Going back and forth in a matchup. Oh man! No, a matchup that's been pretty good thus far. But Arn Austin, that's clothesline over the top rope. Again, I could say something here, but it ran its river dry on Warzone, so I'm not even going to go there. And a nice move away from Hunter, who gets tagged in. And now it's Austin and Hunter going at it outside the ring. Oh man, oh, and a clubbing blow right in the back of Hunter. And now Austin throwing him back in the ring. Uh-oh. It's the belt point. Oh! Slamming him face or chest first out of the apron. That's going to leave a mark for Hunter. And now Arn Austin. Oh! God almighty. That is... Oh man, that's a hard-hitting move that you don't want to get hit by there. And now Brandon K tapping in. Arn Austin. Actually, no. Arn Austin working on Hunter. Brandon K tagged in. Working on Hunter for a little bit his own. Arn Austin tags back in. Stomping away on Hunter. And Brandon K tagged in. Arn Austin gonna Irish with his partner. And hitting. A shot kick right to Hunter's face. And there's the cover by Trevor giving the matchup for his partner. And Austin has to go back into his corner unless he wants to get counted out. Counted out and his team disqualified. You don't really, and trust me, at this point, the Horsemen do not want that at all. If they want to face the Charm City Kings this weekend at Ready to Rumble for the tag team titles on the line. And now Brandon K working on Hunter's arm. And there's a tag to Trevor. And boy, is this big man angry as all hell. But now Brandon K trying to keep this big monster at bay. With a hammerlock swing. Right there, just there. Oh my goodness. And now working on the shoulder muscle. Trying to wear down Trevor. And let me be honest with you here. Trevor, I can tell you this right now. Trevor is just not one you really don't want to mess with. You got to take him seriously. Because this man can really fucking fight, I tell you. And now Brandon Page trying to go over and over with these punches on Trevor, not giving Trevor a chance at all to breathe. Oh, and face first on the apron goes Brandon K. Referee's on a count of 6. As K going for something. Oh no, Trevor counted him, but Trevor gets counted right back by Brandon K. I think K was probably playing possum there a little bit, but he tags in on Austin, and now it goes. Oh my God! Austin with a cover. Oh, and a shoulder up at 2. The ref being distracted for some reason may have helped Trevor kick out. There now gets the shoulder up at 2. Oh, and a nice elbow there from Arn Austin there. And a couple of elbows under the face of Trevor to add to it. And now Trevor. Trevor now, it's his all for here. Oh my God! A very violent variation of the shoulder breaker. Oh man. That's got to be driven onto Trevor's knee. And now Trevor going for a power slam. Holding him up, going for a power slam. And now, a nice clothesline from Trevor. Just underneath Arn's clothesline. Gives him a back body drop. And now Trevor waiting for Arn Austin to get up, and he gives him a hellacious spine buster. And Brendan Tatum's tagged in, clotheslining Trevor, getting him with a big boot right in the face. And getting him another clothesline right then and there. My God, Brandon Tay, he wants to desperately to be in the revenge match and ready to rumble. No, Hunter just flicks up the pin. And now Brandon Tay is going to make Hunter pay for it. Go for a side headlock takedown. And now Hunter goes back out of the ring. Brandon Tay measuring Trevor. Brandon Tay going for it. Oh my God. That's it. Good night, Cinderella. Cover. No! Trevor just kicked out at 2. And Brandon Tay, he's got to be going crazy in his mind. But he's got to stay focused either way. You cannot let Trevor gain control of this matchup. Oh, nice Irish whip. Oh, and a nice turnbuckle splash from Brandon Tay. Going after the pelvis of Trevor there. It says, Tay gives him a hellacious clothesline. Cover, and Hunter saving the matchup again for his partner. And Arn Austin making him pay for the interruption. And Brandon Tay thinking the same thing, but decided to distance. Instead, he's going to focus on the legal man, Trevor. Oh, Trevor seen that move coming. Brandon Tay was looking for possibly that same move that he used earlier. But Trevor seen it coming, and now Trevor looking to go batshit crazy on Brandon Tay. He just threw him over the top rope after an Irish whip, trying to pick him up, but Trevor said, oh, fuck you, you ain't. And now, Trevor stomping away on Brandon Tay. Tag from Hunter. Stomping away on Brandon Tay. Trevor tagging in. Gonna stomp on him a bit more. Hunter tags himself in again. Irish whip from Trevor. Drop kick right to Brandon Tay. X marks the spot right there. Cover. Will it be enough? No, kick on at 2. Shoulder up at 2 by Brandon Tay. And now Hunter trying to go for a kick. Brandon Tay counted him. And now Brandon Tay went for a power slam, but that's a DDT for his trouble. And now Brandon Tay's in trouble. Tags in on Austin. Austin now gets clothesline. Gets clothesline, and oh my God, a wicked clothesline that was. And now it's a 2-on-1 situation for Arn Austin as his partner Brandon Tay is right now outside, recuperating from the hellacious beating that he just endured from the family. And now Hunter measuring Austin. Can he do this? Oh, and a clothesline counter from Austin as he just straight up just underneath the clothesline. And there's a cover, kick on a 2, shoulder up a 2 by Hunter. And now Austin measuring Hunter. Oh, and oh my God! The strength to do that spine buster. God damn. Trevor. Oh, and Trevor just barely able to save the matchup. And now Trevor going to attack by Brandon Tay and Owen Austin. Owen Tay wanted to do some more to Trevor, but the referee said, get back to your corner. Uh-oh. Hunter tried to go for a field throw. Owen Austin caught him with the knee, caught him by using his knees and then raising his eyes. And now Austin looking on the neck. Looking on the head neck of Hunter right now. As he's looking to make a tag on a busted open Brandon Tay, who got busted open after Trevor elbowed him right in the face. And Hunter with a nice counter of Brandon Tay. And now Hunter sent out powerbomb. I knew he would be right near the rope, so he did not go for the cover there. So now Hunter, with the mind that he has, what's to go for here? Nothing! As Brandon Tay countered him. A nice belly to belly. Oh, and he's tough, and he knocks him down. And now Brandon Tay trying to keep the match going in the Horseman's favor. Pop-up powerbomb to Hunter. Cover. No, shoulder up at 2.5. I actually thought Brandon Tay had it. But Hunter takes down at 2.5 with his shoulder up. Oh, when he went for a close run over the top rope, Brandon Tay countered him, scraping him over the middle rope instead. And pushing with all his weight on Hunter. And now, Brandon Tay, after taunting the crowd, gets a lesson on why you don't do that when the opponent may or may not get up pretty quickly, as a sidesman from Hunter makes him pay for doing just that. Oh, nice move there, nice shoulder tackle there from Brandon Tay. And these two teams have been going at it for a while now. These two are just, they both are showing how deep this opportunity runs with them both. They both want an opportunity for the Apex Tag Team Championship, but only one team can walk away victorious here. Oh, and a clothesline for Brandon Tay to Hunter, as Tay just underneath Hunter's clothesline, and Javen wanted to turn. And now Brandon Tay doing the smart thing for once, as far as taunting goes. But now Hunter made him, giving him another lesson. If you're going to taunt, do it when you know, and after you're done doing it, you can pick up your opponent, and he won't be able to counter you. And now, Brandon Tay did him 2 lessons in one night as far as taunting goes, as he gives Hunter a sharpshooter for Hunter tap. Oh, he gets him off. Hunter gets him off. And now Brandon Tay, Irish whipping Hunter into his corner, tagging on Austin, looking to put him away, and it's do it. There's still a tag maneuver, do it here. Let's Austin on the cover. Down. What the hell was Trevor doing there? Trevor, I don't know what the hell he was trying to do there, but in the end, it's going to be a rematch between the Horsemen and Charm City Kings at Ready to Rumble, this time for the Apex Tag Team Championship. What a match show.
Here are your winners, Arn Austin and Brandon K. The Alliance.
What a match we just witnessed though between these two teams. In my opinion, neither team have anything to be ashamed of if they were to lose here tonight. Not even the family. But they had a good showing here tonight. but tonight was just not their night to go for a tag team championship match, as the Horsemen's revenge being sought is what in my book gave them the fire, the passion, the fury, the desire to face the Charm City Kings for the Apex Tag Team titles. But that was a damn good matchup, ladies and gentlemen. A crazy, crazy matchup. But coming up next, it is time for the Apex Internet Championship matchup. Christian Tracy, like I said, won the Internet Championship on this past episode of Warzone against Bruiser Brad Adams. And now tonight, he's going to challenge, he's going to be defending it against Mason Foster. Now here's the so now here's the whole build up to this whole thing. Christian Tracy was involved in in the Internet Championship tournament, and also included Cody Hagan. Tracy would go on to lose the tournament, while Hagan would go on to win the whole tournament, but gaining some detractors thinking that he did not have what it takes to be the Internet Champion. So long story short, Hayden would be challenged by the then number one contender for the Internet Championship, Bruiser Brad, losing to him on ground zero. And as I said earlier tonight, as I said actually a few moments ago, Tracy would beat Bruiser Brad Adams for the Internet Championship, and here he is tonight defending the championship against Mason Foster. Let's see how he does. Excuse me.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Internet Championship.
Here comes Mason Foster, the challenger for the Internet Championship. If Foster wins this matchup, it will be his very first championship in Apex Wrestling. Because let's not forget about Foster's history with another championship in Apex, the Intercontinental Championship. Challenging for it twice, both times coming up short. His first time was in a match against Tamura, while he would go on to lose in a fatal four-way match at Control for the Intercontinental Championship. This time with Jaden Shadow holding the belt, going on to lose with Kirk Carter regaining the belt in a match that is, in my book, been pretty good. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the Internet Champion, Christian Tracy. Tracy looking to do what Cody Hagan could not, and that is to successfully defend the Internet Championship in his first defense. Excuse me. God damn. Tonight the only question is, can Christian Tracy do it? Can Christian Tracy be able to walk out still Internet Champion? Or will Mason Foster dethrone him as Internet Champion. But Tracy looks like he looks ready here tonight. And my goodness, I can't lie, that belt looks really good on him though. I will be honest with you. That belt looks really good on Christian Tracy. But if he likes this belt so much, he's gonna have to defeat Mason Foster to keep it around his waist. But like I said twice now, the question being, can he do it? And that's what it's all about, the Internet Championship. Let's go down to the ring as JoJo makes the match.
Making his way to the ring from Swansea, Wales, weighing in at 252 pounds, Mason Foster.
Challenger Mason Foster. Going to be having fun here tonight. I tell you that much.
Introducing the champion from Saratoga Springs, New York, weighing in at 260 pounds. He is the Internet Champion, Christian.
Christian Tracy looking down at the belt. And honestly, that's what you should do, because you never know when they will be losing that belt against anybody. That belt is defended on both Warzone and Ground Zero. Literally, and I mean that. They are literally defended on every episode of Warzone and Ground Zero. And the bell is rung, and this match is now underway as Tracy looks to dethrone Mason Foster. Oh, a nice kick there to the side of the head from Foster. Perhaps one of, if not the most and hell in the community. Terrifying man celebrates this man in and out of Apex Wrestling. But here he is tonight, looking to take down Christian Tracy, looking to become the Internet Champion here tonight. And now Tracy going to work on Foster. So far, oh, nice kick from Mason Foster to Christian Tracy. Leapfrog, and Tracy moving out of the way. And Foster gives him a dragon screw for his trouble. And now these two are going back and forth with each other. You can hear the crowd enjoying this matchup between these two men. And an F5 already from Christian Tracy. And now Tracy measuring Foster, looking to put him away, but Foster catches his finisher before he can even do it. And now Tracy just dropping Mason Foster, chest to foot first over the top rope. Oh, and a super kick. You can hear that from over here as he hits him with a straight jacket suplex. Does Mason Foster to Christian Tracy. And now Foster going for the cover. Can he do it? Oh, quick out. Not even a one. It was that fast of a quick out that even Mason Foster was surprised. And now Tracy working on Foster, wanting to retain his belt. And there's some double stomps there. That's kick to the chest from Foster to Tracy. Tracy with a kick trying to get Foster off of him. And now Tracy measuring Mason Foster. Looking to put him away. Going for the Anaconda Vice. Will Foster tap out? No. Quickly gets out of that. And now Foster trying to get back into things as he throws Tracy over the top rope onto the floor. Oh! What the hell was Foster trying to do here? Oh no, Foster, he's out. He might be out. No, he's not actually. Okay, never mind. He actually managed to get right back up, but goddamn. First time I've seen Foster try to do something of that nature. And oh my god, what a hellacious German suplex Tracy just got. And now Foster measuring Tracy with an enziguri kick. Right to the side of the head. But Foster gives him a super kick. And again, straight jacket suplex, but a rope brace. The ref said there was a rope brace as Tracy's foot did touch the middle rope. And now he's got him in a triangle choke armbar. But Tracy's getting out of it quickly. Not as quickly as Mason Foster did with Tracy's submission hold, but still quick nonetheless. Oh, a nice elbow to the face to the forehead of Tracy as he went for a move. Tracy seen it coming him, but this time he didn't see the same move coming, and instead he got hit by it the second time. And now Tracy gets knocked down with a hard left hand, going for the cover. No, kick on it too by Tracy, and Foster going on the warpath. Measuring Tracy. And now Foster got him. Death Valley driver. Go for the cover. Will it be enough? Yes. Mason Foster is the new Internet Champion. Oh man, it was a close fight between these two men. But in the end, it was Mason Foster who would come up with the victory in this matchup. But now with Mason Foster as the new Internet Champion, the question is,
here is your winner and new Internet Champion, Mason Foster.
The only question is, now that Foster is not only is the Internet Champion, but this is the first championship he's won in Apex Wrestling. The only question is, because of its rule set, how long will Mason Foster's reign last? That is the big question. But now switching gears a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it is the semi-main event as Jacob Helms battles JD Wreck in what has been a very confrontational situation between these two men. It all started on Warzone, this past Warzone, as a matter of fact, when Jacob Helms would lose to JD Wreck and Franco Luvetta, when JD Wreck pinned Luvetta to become the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Jacob Helms would immediately take to Twitter, complaining or making his case, however you want to view it, that Franco Luvetta should not have been in that number one contenders match. And because of that, JD Wreck and Jacob Helms have decided to have this match, with the stipulation being that if Jacob Helms wins this match against JD Wreck, then he will be added into the Intercontinental Championship match at Ready to Rumble and make it a triple threat match. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin.
Making his way to the ring from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 195 pounds, Jacob Hale.
Well, Jacob Helms, he is indeed the young gun in this matchup. He has been, honestly, he has been pretty impressive in Apex Wrestling as of late, to the point to where he actually did deserve the Intercontinental Championship opportunity that he found at Warzone. Tonight, though, he's getting another opportunity, this time in the form of a one-on-one match against the already made number one contender, JD Wreck. And here comes JD Wreck.
And his opponent from Harlem, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, the voice, JD Wreck.
JD Wreck, he has been pretty good in his own right, as he has already been named the number one contender. No matter who wins this matchup, JD Wreck is still going to be facing Kirk Carter for the Intercontinental Championship at Ready to Rumble this coming weekend. And now JD Wreck has something to prove here. He needs to prove that he can beat Jacob Helms without the help of a third man, in this case Franco Luvena, in there. Three-way matchup. The three-way matchup against each other and Franco Luvena. These two men look ready. Referee calls to the bell, and JD Wreck looking to make Jacob Helms pay for trying to, as he probably would view it, stealing his spotlight. And now Kirk Carter, I can only imagine, I can only think he would be watching this matchup in the back area while he's getting ready for his own match, which will be taking place after this match, where he will be facing the world champion Austin Collins in a champion versus champion non-title matchup. It's going to be a crazy match. These two matches are going to be damn near crazy, I can tell you that much. But right now, Jacob Helms looking in control of this matchup. JD Wreck go with a nice counter on Helms. Helms showing that he can do whatever it takes to get the job done in both singles and tag team wrestling here. And not just in Apex, but also in other companies around the community. As JD Wreck went for a German suplex, but went for a cover, but it was a rope break. And now Jacob Helms letting out his frustrations as JD kicks him right in the face, like he was trying to hit him in the face. And now JD Wreck back in control of the matchup again. These two men seemingly not having a liking to each other after what Jacob Helms did, or what Jacob Helms said on Twitter following, damn near immediately following Warzone this past Tuesday. Oh, nice knee right in the chest of Jacob Helms from JD Wreck. And now that's trying to save face there, but Jacob Helms said no, fuck you. And now Jacob Helms goes for the cover, but a quick out of one from JD Wreck. And now Jacob Helms working on JD Wreck's lanes, and she gets countered as I say that. Whoa, what the hell is that from JD Wreck? I have no idea. And Jacob Helms now going for something here. DDT! A nice DDT from Jacob Helms. And Helms is in control. And Helms, oh my god, what a brain buster to JD Wreck. And now Helms measuring JD. What's he going for here? Oh, got him down hard. Off of the cover. Kick out of 2 by JD Wreck. JD lane sweeping Jacob Helms, getting him off his feet. Ooh, man. Ooh, nice. Nice move there from JD Wreck, throwing Jacob Helms over the top rope, making him land on the floor from the impact of that Irish whip, or the force of it, I should say. And now Jacob Helms going back in the ring, even though it was at a 2 count from the ref. But he's thinking, fuck it, I'm going to just deal with JD right in the ring, like a man. I don't need to fight him outside. I can take him on as a man in this ring. Elbow, a second elbow, and jump, Pele kick from Jacob Helms as he's looking to make a comeback here, but his kick is blocked by JD Wreck, who gives him a clothesline immediately after. And now JD measuring Jacob Helms. Oh man, oh! Needed a 10, cover. Will it be enough for JD Wreck to win? No, kick on a 2. Shut off the 2 by Jacob Helms. And now JD Wreck, what's he going for? What's he going to do here? Oh man! JD Wreck stomping on the hand of Jacob Helms. Another jawbreaker from Jacob as it sends JD a nice drop kick. And now Jacob going to get back into things here and touch the midsection up of JD as he starts Jacob Helms out of the ring over the top rope. And now JD, top rope. What's he going for here? Oh! This shot right in the chest from the top rope to the arena floor. And now JD, oh! Just slamming Jacob Helms full frontal body first down of the apron. Oh, misses the quick though. Jacob Helms misses as well. Well, back and forth, misses as JD hits Jacob with the back suplex on the floor. Oh! And face first goes Jacob Helms. Oh man. Uh-oh. Jacob Helms, knees. Good, knees right in the face of JD, and there's a fifth one. JD has been busted open. Both men have been are now bleeding. And now the question is, he will not let the blood literally stick to their head. Cover, kick out of 2 from JD Wreck as Helms tries to stay in control of this matchup against an already bleeding and busted up JD Wreck. Uh-oh. Oh man, cover there, no. Now JD measuring Jacob, misses! Jacob Helms measured JD Wreck there. Looking for it, can he get it? There, he got him! He got him! Will it be enough? Yes! Jacob Helms is going to ready to rumble. But Jacob Helms, he is gonna be going crazy on the Twitter tonight, knowing that he will be facing both JD Wreck and Kirk Carter and ready to rumble for the Intercontinental Championship. And my God, I gotta agree with him. It's gonna be a crazy.
Here is your winner, Jacob Hale.
It's gonna be a crazy night of Ready to Rumble, with these three men fighting it out to determine who will be walking out the Intercontinental Champion, and a big smile on Jacob Helms' face, going down quickly because he knows he's still got one more thing to do, and that is to beat both Kirk Carter and JD Wreck to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Welcome to the next, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the main event. It is the champion versus champion match, as the Intercontinental Champion Kirk Carter takes on the World Champion Austin Collins in what is sure to be a very physical contest. So let's take a look at the numbers here. Kirk Carter, he was probably already watched the match as he was getting ready to come out for his match against Austin Collins. He now knows that he will be defending this title, not against one, but against two people, JD Wreck and Jacob Helms, after Helms just won his match against JD Wreck to be put in, for the opportunity to be put in the Intercontinental title matchup at Ready to Rumble. In the meantime, Austin Collins, well, he'll be taking on a giant man named TK Wreck for the World Championship in what is going to be very physical in its own way. But that's for this weekend. Here it is now. Champion versus champion. Carter versus Collins. Intercontinental champ versus world champion. Here we go. Let's get it done, baby. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. No pressure right here.
Making his way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 206 pounds, the All-Star Intercontinental Champion, Kirk Carter, Champion.
Well, Kirk Carter, he just found out he will be defending the Intercontinental Championship against both JD Wreck, his original number one contender, and Jacob Helms, the newly made co-number one contender, after defeating JD Wreck just a few moments ago. And now Kirk Carter, as much as I don't know how he'd be feeling about that match, but regardless, he's gonna do what he could in this matchup against the And here
And
he
his
is.
opponent, from Palm Springs, Florida, weighing in at 210 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Austin Collins.
Here comes the Apex World Champion, Austin Collins. A man who, in my opinion, has had the greatest, he's made the greatest comeback I've ever seen in Apex Wrestling. After he turned and decided to say, fuck it, I'm gonna go absolutely batshit crazy. He has been going crazy over anybody who dares step in his way, being victorious in the majority of his matches. And now here he is, after defeating Tamura for the World Championship he defeated Tamura for the World Championship, and here he is now. But tonight, he has to focus on Kirk Carter. He's going to be dealing with a big 7-foot man in the form of TJ Wreck at Ready to Rumble. Two men who have faced each other before, with Austin Collins coming out on the top, and he feels, because of that match, that result, Austin Collins feels that he can indeed get the job done. But when you've got revenge on your mind, sometimes that revenge is can run a lot more deeper than any cocky person can ever try to decide or try to expel out of themselves. As Austin Collins and Kirk Carter, they lock up right now. Carter and Collins, the two very impressive champions in their own right. Collins becoming the, almost in my opinion, coming out with the fastest comeback I've ever seen anybody do, with Kirk Carter being the first ever two-time Intercontinental Champion. And now these two are going back and forth between each other. Oh man, DDT from Collins. Collins, in my opinion, being one of, if not the absolute best villainous wrestlers that we've seen in Apex Wrestling. He will not stoop to any level. There is a level, and he will not say it's crossing the line. He will do whatever it takes. He will do whatever it takes to stay world champion. Oh, nice there. Nice move there from Carter. But either way, tonight, this is going to be some big momentum for both these men. Whoever wins this match, they'll be given some big momentum heading into Ready to Rumble. Oh, nice full Nelson suplex there from Collins as he rubs that tape around the face and on the forehead of Carter, and he's doing it again. He's looking to make Carter bleed, most likely. And Collins, this is what I'm talking about. This is the side of Collins that for the past few months has been going absolutely batshit crazy with anybody who is placed in front of him on the opposite corner of the ring to where he's at. And this has netted him so much success in the ring that he honestly did deserve the World Championship opportunity that he earned against Tamura. And right now, Collins in trouble, and Carter hits him with a nice sit-out powerbomb. And now Carter going to get back into the flow of things. Clothesline after clothesline, and a big side slam face buster from Carter. And now Carter now. Oh man, throwing him around just to land him, make him go full frontal body first. Come on the ring, goes to the cover, and Collins then not able to get the 2 count. Able to keep the count from going to 3. And now Carter, Irish up into the ropes. Carter now. Oh man! Nothing. Slam the mat down. The old saying goes, what comes up must come down. And now Carter in control of another one. My God, what the hell did Austin Collins do to push Carter to get Carter to throw that crazy on him? Over this team knows Collins' mind games, so he's trying to mess up his mind games, trying to weaken him down for JD Wreck at the same time. Also, Collins himself is weakening Kirk Carter, even though Jacob Helms and, oh man, that's quicker. I mean, while Jacob Helms and JD Wreck are both not at 100% either. They're both a bit tougher now from their match that happened moments ago. Oh! And Kirk Carter double knees to the face, to the head of Collins. Carter trying to pick Collins up, but I think you just see a bit too tough it out at the moment to pick him up right now. And now Carter playing to whoever may be listening upstairs. And Carter telling Collins to get back in the ring, and Collins obliges completely. And now Collins, whoa! Suplex into a sit-out powerbomb. Nice change in moves. And now Collins wondering what he should do next. Collins now, what's it all for here? Oh, good night. Kirk Carter, there's a cover. Wait a minute, ref! Oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? His whole back was on the bottom rope. His whole back was on the ropes, what the hell? The Collins, I don't even know how the ref did not see that. I really do not see how the ref could not have seen his back being on the bottom rope. Right on the middle rope. It was so obviously, it was obvious. How do you miss that? I don't know. But either way, Oscar Collins leaving away with a victory. In the most bizarre way I've ever seen anybody win in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a bit shocked that Collins I'm kind of, I don't know what the hell. So many questions are coming in my head, mainly toward the referee on how he could not have seen that rope break. Because this is not even a no holds barred. What? Okay then. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us here tonight for round 0. Hope you guys enjoyed the show, and if you did, hit that like, that would be your favorites. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we will be seeing you live at Ready to Rumble this coming weekend. Until then, this is Forrest Walpole, commentator for Apex Wrestling, signing off from Colorado Springs, Colorado.